Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for the radio frequency and EMS device training and FAQ. Hopefully you can get a little bit of insight for the device and how to incorporate it into your room and how to get your clients to come back over and over and experience it again. First, we want to go over what exactly EMS and radio frequency is. EMS is a method to strengthen and stimulate the muscles through the use of electric impulses. This is widely used in any kind of muscle training and general exercise equipment. RF is radio frequency thermal technology. This is a method where the skin is warmed up through radio frequency vibrations, and it's also widely used in thermal beauty treatments. Okay, so let's turn on our device. So go ahead and hold that lower button, which is our power button, down for about 1 second or two, and your welcome screen will pop on. At this time, you'll already be in the warm-up mode. So you'll see that the lights are flashing, your battery bar is there, the minute the timer's going, and what setting you are in. Just like any other skin treatment, you always want to perform a full consultation and check for any and all contraindications. This will be sure that your client is clear for radio frequency and EMS therapy. So you want to start your client on with a full cleanse. Just double cleanse that skin, make sure it's nice and clean. You will also, if you would like to do exfoliation, you could also do extractions if you would like, depending on your size of treatment. You can get as creative as you want with this. So if you want to do a smaller treatment, you could leave it at just cleansing, throw a gel mask on, massage the RF machine, EMS machine over it. Go ahead and finish them off with a serum, moisturizer, and SPF. Or you could add it on and do it to it in a full facial where you're double cleansing, you're doing your exfoliation, you're doing your extractions, and then you could replace this for massage and add that water-based mask in there and work it through that way. So, and it depends. You can also do an additional mask on top of this if you're making it a full treatment. So you don't have to necessarily do it over the water-based mask. So like I said, get really creative with this, and you'll be able to learn what you like and how you want to offer it to your clients. I will say the most popular is the add-on. So for around $25 to $50, you can add a radio frequency treatment on to an existing facial, and you would just again add it into where the massage portion is, or you can even add it in addition to. However much time you want to spend and how you're going to charge for that will be up to you. So each setting and what it does, warm up is going to warm the skin. It's also great for people who have not experienced RF and EMS because it's just the RF continuous and the EMS output as well every 2 seconds. So great to introduce someone to both of those treatments. Smoothing is going to be just RF therapy. Now, radio frequency is great for collagen, so someone who's worried about those lines and making the skin nice and plump. Firming is going to be just EMS, so this is going to stimulate the muscles in the skin and kind of give them that lunchtime facelift that everybody talks about. So great. Amazing, amazing before and afters. Your clients can come in and just get that done once a week and experience great results. The lift up is going to be the EMS output with the vibration. So kind of like firming, but it does have that vibration to offset some of that prickly feeling and also stimulate a little bit more circulation. So great for the client who maybe is a little uncomfortable with the way EMS feels, a little shocking feeling. Personally, I love it. It feels like it's doing something. And then the last one is going to be exercise, which is EMS and RF therapy together. So quite great for the one who's experienced because it is strong. Now there are different levels, so you want to always start your client on the low level, and once they've gotten used to it, you can go ahead and raise them to the higher level, and you'll find that will be the top button, and you can experiment that and see each client's different. Just make sure you keep notes. Awesome. So our client is ready. Her skin is all prepped. Let's go ahead and turn on our devices and start with that warm-up. So we're going to select it and again start on that lower level. Okay. Now remember, we want to just do one side of the face at a time. And the reason being is because when we're done with this, we want to show our client in a mirror the difference between the left and the right side. So again, turn on that device, get your welcome screen, select your warm-up, and you're going to want to squeeze out a little bit of a gel mask and anything water-based, because the device needs to have current going into the skin. So if you have an oil, it's not going to necessarily create that current. So go ahead and apply the gel mask all over your client's face on the left or right side. Go ahead and pick a side to start with. You want to make sure you are getting up in that brow area because you want to move the device really on the meat of the brow. So anywhere you put the device, make sure there is gel, okay? Okay, perfect. Let's get the device on. We're going to start in that warm-up mode. Now, you can choose where you would like to place the device. If you're doing just an area in the chin, you can do that. Or if you want to do just cheeks or any kind of the contouring, go ahead. But an all-over treatment really is the best, and it feels amazing, and the results are fabulous. So you can work over the chin, cheeks, and contouring. So long, fluid motions, and it does not matter really how you get creative with your pattern as long as you are repeating it on the other side the exact same way. So for underneath the chin, you're going to want to place the device horizontally at the lower center of the chin and work with a rhythm of 1 to 2 seconds in a glide. Right under the cheeks, as you see I'm doing now, you can kind of do that stop and go motion as long as the device keeps going. Now this is what's going to give that lift to the cheek. Right around the eye area as well, nice upward motions here. Through the furrow of the brow and up and out through the forehead. Okay, go ahead and move over the brow area with a lifting motion, kind of scooping motion as well. With a little bit of pressure. And this is how we get our brow lift. Just work over that time. Watch your time here. Earlier you saw me go ahead and change the level. I asked my client if she was okay with raising it up on the warm-up setting, and she said yes, she likes the way it feels and she can handle it more. So throughout you want to just ask your client and raise it up if you can and just find your desired setting. But like I said earlier, take notes and on your client's consent form and you'll be able to find what pattern she likes, and eventually you'll get to where she likes it or he likes it. Now make sure you apply more gel mask as needed. This device cannot be used on dry skin. It must be used on hydrated skin. So even a little bit of diluted mask if you need to with water, or just add more mask in general. Anything to help keep that conduction going. Alright, making sure I upped one more level. She's ready to be on high. Go ahead and ask your client, make sure that that is okay. She should be comfortable. And again, with those scooping motions right under the cheeks. When you're working with the radio frequency and EMS together, you want to make sure it's long, fluid, scooping motions. So this will just get your client used to the device, used to how it feels, but also give them quite good results too. Then they'll be able to graduate to the last setting, which is exercise. Okay, go ahead and work until your time is up on warm-up. If you'd like to do another round, you can do it up to 3 times if you need to. Go ahead and hand your mirror to your client at this point so they can see the difference between the left side and the right side. That way they know it's actually doing something, and it gets them really excited about seeing results. They love it. So at this point, you want to go ahead and do the other side. And with this, you just want to repeat your pattern. So everything you did on that other side, you can start on the chin, work the cheeks, and then up to the brow bone like was shown. You can count how many times, or you can just pay attention to the timer. And like I said before, you could do it 3 times in a row if you need to. It's the timer set for 3 minutes. And it's usually just so you can check in on your client, and you can raise the level. Every time you do change the level up, it does start the timer over. The next setting we're going to go over is smoothing. Now this will be just RF therapy that's stated in the bottom left hand corner. So this is great for the collagen and elastin production, product penetration. It also helps to smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles, okay? So you want to go ahead and turn on your device, get to the smoothing setting, and start on low, of course. This device does get very warm. It heats the skin up to 113 degrees. Feels amazing. So you're going to go ahead and reapply that gel mask. The skin has to be hydrated, or you can put it over any hydrating mask. Now you can do this by itself, so you don't have to use all of these settings on one client unless you absolutely want to. It depends on what the client is looking for. If your client is only concerned with how the skin is lack of collagen or elastin, then just do the smoothing. If they're worried about sagging, then suggest doing the warm-up with the exercise or just the smoothing and the firming. So you'll get to know your settings and how you like to do the treatment, and of course what your client's goals are. So again, rehydrate that mask with that and turn on your device. Make sure it is on the smoothing setting. Now this one is easy. You can work in round motions, fluid motions like we were before with the long strokes. Either way, this one does not necessarily retrain the muscles. It's solely to help with collagen and elastin production. So it's going to help plump up that skin, okay? So round, massaging, slow motions. Once your client is comfortable with the radio frequency, you can go ahead and raise the level if you would like, if desired. For this setting, if you would like to work the left side of the face, show them the mirror, and work on the right side of the face, you could do that. Or you could just work all over during the facial. That way you're not having to disturb your client by having them look in the mirror. They can just relax right on through it. Go ahead and finish off your client. Watch your timer, and once your timer is up, just go ahead and log how much time you did spend and what results you got. You can photograph them with your client's permission as well. And that's how you do the smoothing portion of the RF and EMS device. Third setting we're going to go over is going to be the firming. This is going to be your EMS therapy, electrical muscle stimulation. This is going to help stimulate the muscles, firm the skin, and also give that lifting look. So this is just going to be EMS output every 5 seconds. So you want to go ahead and apply that gel mask. Again, the skin has to be hydrated and it has to have a water base of some sort on it to conduct that current. So for EMS, or the firming setting, you want to work in slow rhythmic motions and really catch that muscle and work in scooping motions. So I kind of want to, with a little bit of pressure, work underneath that chin and work it up. Go ahead and adjust your setting to level medium if you would like, if your client can handle it. Remember, now this is just going to be EMS, no vibration, so your client will definitely feel some prickling on the skin, a little bit of the muscle convulsion, almost like a twitching feeling. That's how you know it's working. It's really getting in those muscles. You want to go ahead and use, again, scooping motions. You could use the flower petal motion like you just saw, or just swift upward motions. For that brow area, you want to work in upward motions towards the middle or the furrow part of the brow, and then go ahead and work in a scooping motion over the meat of the brow, kind of right on that brow bone, and hold for a few seconds and release in a downward motion. Again, more scooping motions. This helps to give that brow lift look, which your clients really love. Makes the skin look way younger. Same with the cheek, right by the smile lines, kind of lift that area. That helps with that sagging of the jowls and the frown lines as well. Remember to add more gel mask as you go, or water, because this device does need water to conduct, so your client can feel it. It also helps so it doesn't drag on the skin, so it more feels like a massage. Go ahead and continue to work over the face in those upward motions for the remaining 3 minutes, or you can do another cycle on this side of the face. Just keep track of what you're doing on one side of the face and make sure you repeat it on the other so you get even results every single time, especially with EMS, just because it is that muscle training and it does give quite a dramatic lift. The fourth setting we're going to go over is the lift up. This is going to be the EMS output every 2 seconds with a little bit of vibration. So this really helps if your client does get a little uncomfortable with the EMS therapy. That little twitching or prickling feeling is kind of counteracted by the vibration, so it really helps to kind of soothe the client. They can't feel it as much, but they still get those great results. So this provides rhythmic stimulation to firm the skin and retain muscles with EMS. So go ahead and make sure that your device is going to be on to the lift up. And always apply that gel or water-based mask to one area of the face. If you would like to show them the results, make sure you are being even on both sides. You're going to want to work in the same pattern for firming. So those outward, long, fluid motions. And you can do a little bit of spot therapy by holding the device up in one area of the muscle for about 2 seconds and smoothingly release down and outwards. Underneath the chin is really popular too, to kind of lift that double chin area and depuff the face. After you finish with that setting, you can go ahead and give her her last few little strokes, and your device will turn off after 3 minutes. And you can either move on to another setting if you'd like, get creative, or you can finish your treatment. The last setting we're going to go over is exercise. This is going to use RF continuously and EMS output every 2 seconds with vibration. So it's kind of the ultimate setting. This would be like the advanced setting, if you will. Has a little bit of everything, and this is a little bit stronger. So this is going to be great for anybody who is concerned about not only just the lifting, but also the collagen. So it's kind of a full treatment. Great for someone who's experienced with RF and ready to rock and roll. So how you would use this setting is how you would use all other 4 settings. Gel mask applied, make sure it's always applied each time. That way you have something to conduct, and you're going to want to also move in those nice fluid long strokes in an upward pattern. After the treatment of your choice, you can go ahead and remove your gel mask with a warm towel or work it in. I personally like the warm towel just to get it up off the face and allow better penetration for serums and my moisturizer. So I'll let my client enjoy my warm towel. Then you want to, if you'd like, you can do a mask additional on top of that for any of their concerns. You can apply your toner, serums, ampules, eye creams to the skin, and then of course apply your moisturizer with your SPF, and you want to make sure you record all the modes and treatments you used on the client. Again, there is no right or wrong way to use the order, as long as you're remembering to start off on the low setting, or maybe with warm up to get them introduced to this. So next we're going to talk about how to clean the RF and EMS device. You want to remember to clean every single time you've used the device, either on a client or yourself. Okay, so you want to take a barbicide wipe or any kind of antibacterial wipe such as, and really get into those nooks and crannies. Clean the modality of the device, so the head of the device, into below the head of the device, into the buttons and around. Really get those crusties out. Okay, work that all the way around and then make sure it will kill any kind of bacteria or goo on the skin, and it'll make your device last a lot longer. So after that, you want to make sure that you are letting the device dry after you've cleaned it with the barbicide. And you can take a soft, damp cloth if you would like to get the rest of the barbicide off. That way the chemicals aren't sitting on the device too long. And it's ready to go for the next use. So a soft cloth or anything like that will work just to make it shine and be prepared for the next round. Next is going to be how to charge the RF and EMS device. You're going to go ahead and see that in your box it does come with a USB cord with a micro charger. So you want to plug that micro charger into your device all the way and take your USB, and you can plug it into the USB port of any wall plug. You're going to go ahead and plug that in. Your device will light up and the battery will start to flash, and when it's full it will show you the battery's full, and it also turn off your device to save the battery. So let that sit. It does not take really long to charge, usually about an hour or two to fully charge. When you're done with your device, go ahead and hold down that lower button, that power button, for about 2 seconds, and it will turn off your device and you're ready to go for the next round. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope we've answered all your questions. If we didn't answer any of your questions, feel free to reach out to us with those questions at support@sdspot.com, and someone will get back to you within 24 hours. And we can't wait to have this in your business and you guys make some extra money and give your clients results. Best of luck.